You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakney.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Brandon Blakney, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV, joined tonight by Coach Dumas, DJ. Appreciate you guys joining me out of High Point Andrews, excuse me. How we doing today, guys?
Doing well.
I'm doing good.
I appreciate y'all joining me tonight, man. I know you guys just wrapped up your season not too long ago. And first off, before we dive into everything, I'd love to give my guests a chance to kind of talk about where their love of the game came from, a little background info. So we'll start with you, Coach.
Well, I can say my love from the game, it was always kind of my outlet as a kid. Anytime I was stressed out, anytime, I just had anything on my mind or I had to make a big decision, the game was always a good escape for me. I did most of my thinking and made most of my biggest decisions in my life on the court. I also say, just as a kid, I was just intrigued, watching the guys in college and in the pros and even at Andrews, being a hometown kid, just seeing those guys, looking up to them. They kind of influenced me and kind of had a big part of my love in the game as well.
And what about you, DJ? How did you discover your love for sports and basketball?
For me, I've been playing since I was 4 years old. So, and I have cousins that play basketball, so I play basketball with them, like on the street, like stuff like that. So that's where my love came from.
Dope. Coach, I know I had mentioned before, you going back to your alma mater, coaching those guys somewhere that you grew up being around. What did that mean to you when you first got named the job?
To be honest with you, I still sit in my office sometimes and think I'm dreaming. It's like I never would have thought, these same hallways that I walked in as a kid. Now I'm actually a teacher and a coach here. When I started coaching in the area, it was kind of one of those things that I was always like a dream job. It could happen, but maybe not. But once the opportunity arose and, I was fortunate to receive the job, my mindset was just bringing back the mystique that it was when we were there. I know I don't want to sound like that old guy, but, it was a certain standard there that we had when we were players there, and it was set the guys before us and the guys before them. They set their precedent, and, I wanted to bring that tradition back. That was one of my main goals in coming back there. And, I still saw something special at that school. I know a lot of people are maybe kind of giving up on us a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. That's, but my thing is, I know those kids, like I say, I'm from there, that's home. So, those same neighborhoods they played in, I played in. So, it's a little unique, special connection there that I have with them.
And what about you, DJ? What kept you at Andrews, just hearing that in the lineage there?
I would say my friends and like just being loyal to Coach. I think Coach is a really good coach, and he's someone that I wanted to keep playing for like the rest of my high school career. So that's what kept me there.
As far as like the coaching style, I know that's big, Coach. I know that's big. Like, what made you trust Coach?
I don't know. He's just different from all my other coaches I have, like AAU. I just believe in what he teaches us, and that's about it. I think he does a good job coaching, and I'm just sticking with him.
Respect. So, Coach, I was just looking over some of the numbers. I saw in 2021, y'all went 7 wins. Last year, 15. This year, 18. Continuously have gotten better. For you taking over, how would you describe the state of the program that first year and then just continuing to improve till now?
Well, I knew coming in the year prior before I got there, I believe we had won 6 games. And when we got there, I knew I had some pretty strong seniors in TJ and Cannell, which, those were the 2 guys that I leaned on. And then that was also DJ's freshman year. And he came on pretty strong, middle to the end of the season, once he got his feet wet. And I think we pulled off 14 games. We made it to the playoffs that year. And we ended up losing in the first round. But, we saw progress. Then COVID hit, and then, we pretty much that 7-7 season, we were a glorified JV team, if I'm gonna be honest with you. The majority of my team were sophomores, and those kids had to grow up quick, and they did. We started off that season 2-5, and then they ended up 5-2, and that's how we pulled in 500. And then, like I say, last year it was a situation of them growing, maturing, them getting more comfortable with the offense, and what our expectations were on the defensive end, and things started culminating, coming together. And then this year it was just everything just kind of came together for us. We had a very tough schedule. And, I made sure I commended my guys, understand that we could be a 20-0 team, but if we play a light schedule, but what good would that do us? And so, they challenged themselves, and they came to work every day. And I commend them for it, because I pushed them. I asked a lot of them. We took probably a couple weeks off after the season ended last year, and we were right back at it. And we did 2 summer leagues. We were in the fall league, and then we were right into the season. And we played a lot of tough competition through the fall and the summer. And like I say, even this season, for us to be a 2A team, I'm very proud of our kids and their dedication, because it was a lot of situations that, our kids could have cowered, or they're bigger than us, they're faster than us. But, I always preach to them, nobody can have more heart than us. And we're going to play to the end. We never quit. And we're going to let the results lie where they may at the end of it. But if we leave it all out there on the floor, I will always be proud of you. And, I was blessed to have a great group of kids. That's the best way I can explain it. It was really them. I was just happy to, be the coach, to be at the helm, per se. But
That's facts. And just talking to all your guys too, even back at AAU, back at Calvary, like any player I talked to was willing to really run through a wall for you. So I'm glad that that's still the case over at Andrews. And DJ, for you, man, just getting thrown into the fire so early, how did that help your development as a player?
Um, let's see. Being a freshman on a team with full of seniors, it was like, I won't say it was hard, but I had to get used to it, like the speed of the game. So they really, like taught me, and like made sure like I got like got all the stuff down and stuff like that. Especially with Coach, he believed in me towards the end, and I just been going ever since. So like last year we was very young, and like we kind of like we started because we was all just getting together, so we had to get that chemistry together. But like with this year though, we're all mature, and we've been together, so that chemistry was there, and we just had a good season.
Absolutely. Coach, you got anything you want to add to that?
um I'll go. I actually want to brag on DJ a little bit. Well, not just DJ, the whole team. We had our exit team meeting, and I was just telling them, you know, at the end of it all, after you lose in the playoffs, everybody's kind of down. You kind of lose perspective sometimes of what you really accomplished. And, I had to remind them that, since we've been at Andrew, in the 4 years we've been there, that those guys, they're actually 1-0 against Southern Guilford, 1-0 against Ragsdale,
Mm-hmm.
2-0 against Southwest, and 9-0 versus Central.
That's major.
I just wanted, not in a gloating way, but I just wanted them to realize that's a big accomplishment. I don't know that we put those numbers up when I played. It's, definitely, going through, against our crosstown rival like that, that was big for them to be able to be old men and say, hey, we never lost to Southwest, or hey, we never lost to Central. In the moment as 18-year-olds, that might be cool to them, but I feel like when they get my age, old, they'll realize that, hey, we really did something special. Because I really feel like that's a real special thing to say that you pretty much held it down in your city. And so,
Yeah.
How would y'all say, or have y'all noticed like a shift in the culture at all around the basketball program there and the support?
major. DJ, you take that one first, sir.
Um, like I say, from freshman year to now, it was very different because everybody used to come to the games, stuff like that, support us. But now it's just like the culture has like gotten better. Like everybody coming out to support, everybody happy for everybody being successful, and it's just great. It's just gotten better.
What does that do for y'all on the court when y'all trying to put on a show?
Coach, you know, or you want me like for me?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I just a quick follow up for you, DJ. That's all.
Uh, it brings us energy, like to see all them people out there supporting us, and like it just makes us want to go harder and get it up for them. So yeah.
And I don't want to say revived, coach. I don't want to say y'all was dead, but just seeing that shift, what were some things that you noticed that have changed?
Well, I noticed real quick after that first season, when we would go to away gyms, it would be a little more packed. And, coming into their junior year, it was standing room only in a lot of places. And I kind of realized quick, wow, fellas, y'all y'all are kind of people want to see y'all. They're curious. You know, and to me that's a big thing because, we went from barely having people there my first year to having nobody there my second year because of COVID to all of a sudden these gyms are packed. And at first it kind of, I think kind of placated on my young men a little bit because, that was a lot of their first time in a situation where, they went from playing in front of nobody to all of a sudden a couple hundred people. And that can be nerve wracking. Just even running out there and seeing all those faces in warm ups, that can kind of send a
Yeah.
player shock sometimes. And so, once they got used to it, it became the norm. And, like this past season, with the exception of a couple games, I mean, every game was pretty much packed out. And, that's again a testament to them. People want to see them, they were curious about them. And I tell the guys all the time, when people come to see you, that means people are talking, and that's a positive thing. The other part of it, this is the coach speak, but far as culture wise, this team is holding down a 3.68 GPA overall. And to me, that's major. One of my main goals when I became the coach at Andrews was to get these guys into college, whether they played or not.
Mhm.
I'm about to let 10 seniors go, but I'm happy to know all 10 of them, if they choose, they have the grades and they can go to college, whether they play or not.
That's
And,
dope.
that's
You're
at the
smart
end of
like that.
the day, I can sleep at night knowing they're going to be okay. We've actually done our job as far as trying to raise men, and just seeing them grow up from boys to men and lay this foundation that they have has been special.
Absolutely. And DJ, I did see member of the National Honor Society. See you about them
Oh
books,
yeah.
man. See you about them books, bro. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Just what goes into just that balance and also just having that support system. I think I'm Facebook friends with your mom, bro. And she is like the support is amazing to see. Like I'm a
Yeah.
fan. She always be posting your highlights, man. I see you getting buckets. So shout out to her too. But just having that support system behind you, how does that ease things for you?
Each thing's really really easy. It's like she pushes me to do great things. I mean, my dad does too, but like just having them like supporting me and stuff is just really good, and I thank them for that. And they're gonna keep pushing me like throughout college and all my life, and I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing. Doing good in school, doing good in basketball. Hopefully, I make it somewhere like with this sport or like with the college. Like if I graduate, with a degree or something like that, get a job, like all that. Like they're gonna keep pushing me, and I'm glad they're behind me with all this.
For you, coach, how does it feel knowing, like you said, all these guys are graduating and they got options? If they want to play ball, they can. But if not, it still opens up more doors and different passions that they can pursue.
It feels good. I mean, just looking at the bigger picture, my whole reasoning in getting into coaching, coaching on people ask me, would you ever want to coach in the NBA? And I tell them no. And I mean, I hope that's not killing me, but I, I don't mean that.
We'll blur this part out.
You know what I mean? But my real reasoning for coaching, when I started in it, and I just simply say that because the guys in the NBA, they've made it.
Right.
They're men now. They got the check. It's kind of up to them what they do now at that point. But the beauty of high school and college ball is actually being able to help formulate young men, send them on their way, and hopefully they make their own way and they can reach back and we can keep multiplying it in that faction. Um, you know, I see, like I say, I'm sending 10 guys off to college. That's 10 more men out in the world that I know are going to go off to do great things, whatever they choose to do. And hopefully, as time permits, they'll be able to reach back and help another young man or someone else and, just kind of start that kind of food chain. And that's really my main reasoning in doing it. I mean, obviously, I love the game. Winning is cool, but just the bigger picture side of it, that's where it all comes from.
As far as navigating that process, I know you're committed to Greensboro College, DJ. As far as like navigating that recruitment process and getting the exposure and dealing with the college coaches, what was that like for both of you guys? And just going through that and making sure people get the right information.
Well, as far as for me, I always wanted to keep the options open for DJ and any of my players. Any coach that ever asks about them or ever, is any express any interest. I want them at a camp. Hey, I'm gonna let them know. My big thing with Andrews, I felt like we're a sleeping giant of talent that is really for some odd reason untapped one way or another on the next level. And usually guys from Andrews that end up playing on the next level, they succeed.
Hmm.
End up doing very well. And that's been my main, that thing of just getting them out there, just trying to, if anybody asks about them, hey, I'm an open book. I'm ready to give you whatever you want, about them. Thing with DJ, and the same with all of them. I trust them enough to make their own decisions, and so I didn't really try to influence DJ one way or another. My main thing with him was just asking him the real questions of, okay, this is a place you're gonna be 4 years. You think you're gonna be happy there?
Hmm.
Um, it was more or less not really on the court type stuff because a lot of people forget, going to play college ball, it's a lot more things attached to it than just going to
Right.
practice and games. And at the end of the day, that mental health is big. And so you want to make sure that you're in a happy place. If you don't have a good practice, can I still be happy here? If I
Mhm.
don't have a good game, is this a place I'm still comfortable at? All of these things go into play. Is the food good? I mean, just little things.
Nah,
I mean,
for
that
real.
matters. And so, like I say, I kind of got in the way, but tried to stay out of the way as much as possible as well through his recruiting process. I really feel like, yeah, I will give him the best advice that I can, but I feel like also that's a big him decision and a big
Mhm.
family.
For you, DJ, I know you had several schools recruiting you. What sold you and your family on Greensboro College? What were you looking for in a program and a school at the next level?
Um, for me, I wanted to stay close to home, close to my mom, my parents. Um, Greensboro was just they. I don't say like they stayed on top. They stayed on top, like they kept texting me, sending me stuff, inviting me to games. And like any other school, they wasn't kind of like doing what they was doing. So I was like, okay, they really want me to come to this school to play basketball for them. So it was just them showing love to me and my parents and my family. So that's what made me choose them.
I know I got a lot of younger athletes too that are gonna be committing and going through this whole process. Is there any advice that you would share for somebody going through it for the first time?
I'll say just I don't want to say like don't worry about it, but I was like just keep playing, like playing hard, working on your game and stuff like that. With me, I had a recruiter that helped me with all the information and stuff, so I really just didn't have to worry about you know, giving my name out to coaches because he gonna do it. So
Mhm.
all I had to worry about was just doing me, just play my game. So I'll say if you can like find a good recruiter to take care of the stuff like information, sending the coaches your highlights, and then all you got to do is worry about you getting better and putting on a show for the college coaches.
Definitely. And coach, I know you were kind of talking earlier a little bit. We kind of touched on the 2A and just like the respect thing, you guys did have a very loaded conference, one representative in the state championship in Reedsville. You
Yeah.
know, talk us through conference play night in and night out. I mean, you guys saw Reedsville 3 different times. Is 2A getting the respect it deserves?
I believe it's coming around. The special thing about our conference, we beat each other up, but we have no problem beating other people up, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Um, it would not catch me by surprise to see, a Walkertown beat a 4A out there. It wouldn't surprise me to see, one of the, any school from our conference beat a team in a higher class because, we had a little running joke. We were kind of like the ACC at 2A. We had 5 teams in the top 20 on the West. And, we only have 7 teams in the conference. So, I mean,
Hmm.
it's pretty rough. Every night you're playing a ranked team on your side that can beat you. If you don't show up to play, they will beat you and have no problem doing it. And so you got to show up every night in a conference like ours. And I wouldn't really have it any other way. Not knocking any other conferences in the area. There's some tough ones out there, but it's just I think our conference is unique because we all kind of seem to have this underdog mentality. West Stokes is no walk in the park.
Hmm.
I don't care any team in the state go out there, they're gonna play. They're gonna do what they do and they're gonna do it well. Reedsville speaks for itself. And it goes on and on. I like to believe, you come to Andrews, you're gonna know you play the game, regardless of the result. And so that's just I think the unique thing about our conference. It's a bunch of young, very bright coaches. Very nice guys. Like I say, the players, very good athletes. Most of them dual sport athletes.
Hmm.
So, it's a lot of guys being recruited in multiple sports. And so when you can put a collection of schools and teams like that together, I think that makes your conference very special.
On the court for you guys, DJ night in and night out, how tough was that competition in conference play this year?
Um, that competition was pretty tough. Some games it was easy for us, but I'll say like for like Reedsville or West Oaks, like they like Coach said, they gonna play. Like they're gonna be physical, they're gonna be disciplined, play together. So it was just like it was a little competition out there.
Were you guys surprised to see somebody from y'all's conference make it to the state title? Were y'all expecting that?
Uh, I
Who won?
don't I don't know. So with Reedsville, I don't even know to be honest with you. I would say a surprise, but it's like it's not really because they've been they haven't lost a game this season, so
Right.
it obviously it's
I-
gonna show like in the playoffs. So
I'll say this. Any team that beats us 3 times deserves to be in the state championship.
uh,
I mean,
yeah,
and I'm not saying that in a braggadocious way, but I mean, I feel like that's never happened to him. That's never happened to us. And I mean,
Hmm.
I tip my hat off to him. I got to give them their flowers. We played them 3 times, played them tough 3 times, and they
Yeah.
prevailed. And so seeing this walk that they've made, it really hasn't surprised me. If anything, it's shown me that you see how good you guys are as well. I think we played them tougher than anybody has all season.
I
Um,
was gonna say that, man. That second game, I saw they only beat y'all by 3. What
yeah.
did you guys see that worked against them that may other teams may not be able to execute?
Well, I think with us, we were able to match up for the most part, athlete for athlete. I think that can kind of be a problem with some other schools, especially on this two-way level. But we kind of had the unique team where we had the athletes for them. Now we didn't have a 6'8", and that
Yeah.
but and I mean that kid Keandre, he's a problem. He's a beast in that paint. He has soft hands. He can finish, through contact. He has a good game. And then, like I say, Deontay going along with him. Those kids can play.
Yeah.
I take nothing from them. They can play. He's lightning quick, and he can score that ball. And then they have a good supporting cast. Some glue guys that have experience. So they have a making of a good team. And so, just projecting to my guys, we had to be physical with them. And, a lot of those guys play football too,
Yeah.
get recruited 5-star groups. And
Hmm.
so, some of our guys, when it came to that physicality, we might have tried to been playing over our head a little bit. But like I said, the heart was there, and in that game right there, we got physical with them. We didn't back down. Our kids fought. And it really came down to a last shot. It
Hmm.
was the last shot on our end. It rimmed out. They got the ball in the fast break. There you go. They go up 3. So the way I see it, that was a good game. All 3 games were battles, and
Yeah.
so I think they have a fighting chance. This coming Saturday, it would not surprise me. You know, but that's why they play the games. You gotta see what happens. But they're a good team. They're a good team, and they deserve to be where they are.
Yes. Mhm.
As far as DJ, I saw you got named to the Triad All Star game. What are you most looking forward to being in that event? That's an event I've emceed, so I'm very familiar. Dope event. Usually, Coach Bishop puts on. Just going through the process. What are there any guys that you're looking forward to teaming up with, or maybe playing against?
There's a lot of guys that I'm on the team with that I'm looking forward to playing with. Some of the guys on there I play AAU with or play against in AAU or like in high school. So I'm just looking to have fun. Probably like show off a couple of my skills. I'm in the skills challenge too, so I gotta
Okay.
I gotta I gotta win that. So I'm just looking to have fun and you know just play ball.
Most definitely, most definitely. Congratulations again on that. Guys, anything else that y'all want to add that I might have missed on before we get out of here?
I think we're good to go, man. Like I say, I appreciate you for having us. This is the kind of thing that we were hoping to kind of set, like I say, lay that foundation for our kids. And I think, I just want to make sure that, to my other guys, my seniors that are going out that may hear this, I want them to know, and yes, this is Coach talking, DJ, that I love those guys. I love you all. And I just want to make sure that, they know that they are the direct reason of any success that we have moving forward.
And let them know where to follow you guys out on social media so they can continue with y'all's journey.
Okay, well, our team page, oh boy, let's it is T dot underscore W dot underscore Andrews underscore basketball. Did I say that right, DJ?
Dang, I don't know. I
We're
don't
on.
know.
Look up Andrews underscore basketball. You'll find it. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
come
And
up.
what about you, DJ?
Um, on Instagram, you can follow me at King DJ. It's K1NG DJ with 2 J's. One. No, it's not. No, I think I said it right. Hold on. It's K1NGDJJ. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh man. Okay.
Our page to his page if you want to find.
Yeah. I like they might be searching, but hey, that's I done heard some crazy ones. At least your name is in it. So, anyways, hey fellas, I appreciate y'all joining me this evening. That's a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, make sure to subscribe to Live with Brandon Blakney. You dig?